Hello everyone. So in today's video, we are going to solve a very interesting and very common interview question, that is integer to Roman conversion. So in our previous video, I have told about Roman to integer, but in this video, we are going to see the integer to Roman conversion. So this question is asked in a lot in interview, placement tasks and platforms like LeetCode and HackerRank also. So don't worry if Roman numerals look confusing. By the end of this class, you'll feel like, oh, this is actually very easy. So before we get into the problem, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you won't miss any coding videos for your placement. So here is our problem. So convert an integer into its Roman numeral representation. So first, let's understand the problem clearly. So here, what is our problem means convert an integer into a Roman numeral representation. So as an input we have to take an integer value, and as an output we have to give it as a Roman numeral string. Okay. So we take input as 58 and we have to represent it as a numeral. So in a previous video you have seen the chart, right? So I'll display here also. So and we must convert into a Roman numerals. So here is a sample test case. So it means if we have a input 3, we get a triple I. So if we have the input 58, we'll have the LV triple I. So and if our input is 1994, so we get MCM XCIV. So which is a character string. So input is number and output is a string. So that is very simple. So before coding, we must know Roman symbol, right? So here we have a Roman symbol. So for 1, we have I, and 5, we have a V. As like that up to 1000, we have for each and every values, we have a symbols also. So please remember this, and without this, we cannot solve anything. So think of them like place values in numbers, just like 1, 10, 100, and we have a 1 XCM. So in last video we have seen the subtracted row. So I'll explain once again. So if we have a number, so if we subtract by 1 or 2, so we can use that. So that is what subtracted row. So just if it's a small value, we can reduce and we can use that Roman letter. So that is how. So for example, if we have a 4, so we can use a 1, sorry, IV. So it means 5 minus 1. So 5 has a V and 1 has a I. So like this we can do for 9, 40, 90 and 400, 900. So we just reduce 1. So that is how we are. So that is what subtractive rule. So you all have a question. So why 4 not have a 4 times of I? So instead of that they have written I and V. So because 5 minus 1. So as I said before, so which is 4. So for 5 indicates V and I indicates 1. So if we combine we get a IV. So smaller value from bigger value means subtraction. So similar to the 9, 40, 90 and 400 and 900 also. So these are called special cases. So students usually forget this and get wrong answer in interviews. So please memorize this. So now let's think. So if I give number 58, how will you form Roman? So at first you will take a biggest possible value, right? So 58 is bigger than the 50. So we take a L. And now remaining we have a 8. So 8 is bigger than the 5, right? So we take a V. And remaining we have a 3. So we use a 3 times of I. So our final answer will be L, V and I. So we always start from the biggest number, and this idea is called greedy approach. Like solving one by one, like taking a each and every part and solving one by one. So let's see the approach here. So let's convert. So start from the largest value and subtract while possible. So and append symbol continue until number becomes 0. So and here we use our technique is greedy approach. So we have to in our first step what they have said me. So we have to store all the values and symbols in a array or a hash map. And after that start from the largest value. So we have to start from the largest value. And after that what they have say subtract while possible. So it means while number is bigger than value, append symbol subtract value. Like append the symbol and subtract the value. And we have to continue until the numbers become 0. So that's it, no complicated logic, just repeated subtraction, that's it. So and for this approach we have a time complexity is because 1, because we only have certain symbols. So if even if input is big, loop runs only 13 times. So space complexity is also big of 1. So this is very efficient. So let's go now. So let's give here ITR, which means integer to Roman. So our class is created, and as usual our main class on the scanner. So here we will take a input, right? Input from the user as a integer. So for the int n equal to sc dot extent. So now let's store the our values in a array. So for that in let's give a nums. No, let's give a value. So value equal to. So of course we know the values. So total we have a 7 values, right? So let's do it from our last. So 1000. So in this we have include our special case also. So we have initialized it manually, and after that our string array. So we have stored our values, our numeric values in a value, and now we have to our corresponding string, corresponding characters in a string. So in a string array, let's give a symbol. So on the inside the symbol, according to the value we have given in our values, we have to assign here according to it. So for 1000 we have a character M, and for 900 we have a character CM. So like this we have to do that. So here you won't be see, so I'll just cut enter to half. So we have declared according to it. So now we are going to use the string builder. So string builder is equal to new string builder. So now we are going to do a greedy approach. So for that, in our for loop, we are starting from the 0th index to our values dot length. Okay. And inside the for loop, in a while condition, we are checking whether the n greater than equal to values of I or not. So if the condition is true, we just append in a result string builder. And after that, now we are going to decrement. So num minus equal to values of I. So now let's just print it. So what we have do means, so we have taken two array. So our integer array for to store our integer values and a string array. So it's our symbol array for to store the all characters corresponding to the values. And we have declared a results bulk string. It's a string builder. And in a for loop, we are traversing from 0th index to the our last index of the value array. And inside the for loop, we are so we have used while loop. So in the while loop, we are checking the condition. If our n value is greater than or equal to value of I, we have to append the symbol of that I. So here, if we get a value of I as 900, here we will just append the value of Cm. So in 900 we have a Cm, right? So the Cm will be append to the result variable. So and we'll just decrement the n value. And at last we have printed. So let's run this. So let's give input as 1994. So in the last video we have given this example, right? So here also we use here. Here what we have. So if we split this, we get a 1000 plus 900 plus 90 plus 4, right? So if we split this, we get like this. So for 1000, what we have here, we have a m. So let's initialize m. So and for 900, what we have a cm. So we initialize cm, right? So and for 90, so here is our 90. For 90, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for 90, we'll get the x3. So for 4, we'll get a, so here is our fourth character. So 4, we get IV, right? So if we add this, what we will get? Like M, CM, XC and IV. So this is what we will get. So let's check whether we get or not. So let's execute this. So as we expected, we have get. So here M represents 1000 and CM is 900 and X is 90 and XC is 90 and IV as 4. So successfully we have got our output. So in this video you have learned Roman symbols, subtractive rule and greedy approach and code and complexities also. So this is very common interview question. So please practice it and try writing the code without looking. So if you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe for more coding problems. So see you in the next class. So see you in the next video. Thank you.